Right now, across 17 states, a tiny parasite is making hundreds of people violently ill. And the frightening part is where it's hiding. Not in some exotic place, in fresh, healthy-looking produce, the kind sitting in your refrigerator at this very moment. And here's what almost no one knows. Washing it does not reliably get rid of it. So before you make your next salad, give me a few minutes, because I'm going to tell you exactly which foods are involved, the warning sign that it's happening to you, and the simple habits that protect you, especially after 60. I'm Dr. Daniel Hart. The parasite is called Cyclospora, and the illness it causes has a very unpleasant signature. Sudden, watery, sometimes explosive diarrhea that can come back in waves for days, even weeks, if it isn't treated. As of now, health officials have confirmed around 145 cases across 17 states, and that's on top of a separate outbreak in Michigan alone with more than 300 cases. Around 20 people have been hospitalized, and investigators are still racing to pin down the exact food source. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a stomach bug, it'll pass. And for many people, it eventually does. But this one behaves differently from an ordinary bug, and that difference is exactly what catches people off guard. Let me explain. Most stomach bugs hit hard and then fade within a day or two. Cyclospora doesn't play by those rules. Its symptoms can appear up to a week or even 2 weeks after you ate the contaminated food. So by the time you're sick, you've completely forgotten about that salad. And left untreated, it can drag on for weeks, with diarrhea that seems to improve, then comes roaring back. People lose weight, they get exhausted, they get dangerously dehydrated. Some assume it's something they'll just ride out, and they suffer far longer than they need to. Here's the crucial part. This parasite spreads through food or water contaminated with microscopic amounts of feces. It is not passed person to person by touch. So the danger isn't your sick neighbor, it's what's on your plate. And which foods? That's next, and you'll want to hear the full list. Over the years, outbreaks like this have been traced again and again to specific types of fresh produce. And ironically, they're the healthy foods we're all told to eat more of. The usual suspects include fresh herbs like basil and cilantro, leafy greens, including bagged and pre-cut salad mixes, berries, especially raspberries, and snow peas. Much of it imported, shipped widely, which is why a single contaminated batch can make people sick in a dozen states at once. Now, here's the fact that stuns people, so listen closely. Rinsing this produce underwater does not reliably remove Cyclospora. The parasite clings on, and it can even resist some standard produce washes. So all those years you believed a good rinse made your salad safe, against this particular parasite, that isn't enough. That doesn't mean stop eating vegetables. They're vital for your health. It means you need a smarter approach, which I'll give you in a moment. But first, the warning sign that should send you straight to your doctor. Here is the signal to take seriously. If you develop watery diarrhea that lasts more than a couple of days, or that keeps coming back after seeming to improve, especially with cramping, bloating, nausea, and deep fatigue, do not simply wait it out. This matters even more after 60. Older adults and anyone with a weakened immune system are more likely to become seriously dehydrated and to end up hospitalized. The good news? Once it's correctly identified, Cyclospora is very treatable, usually with a specific antibiotic your doctor can prescribe. But it often needs a special stool test to find, because routine tests can miss it. So the single most useful sentence you can say to your doctor is this: I've had watery diarrhea for several days. Could it be a parasite like Cyclospora? And can we test for it? That one question can shortcut weeks of misery. So, how do you protect yourself while still eating well? Here's your practical plan. First, during an active outbreak like this one, be cautious with the highest risk items: fresh herbs, pre-cut bagged greens, and imported berries. When in doubt, cooking produce thoroughly does kill the parasite. Second, still wash all your produce. It won't guarantee removal of this parasite, but it reduces other germs and is always worth doing. Third, keep your kitchen clean. Wash your hands, your cutting boards, and your knives, and don't let raw produce touch other foods. Fourth, refrigerate pre-cut items promptly and don't let them sit out. And fifth, stay informed. Health officials update which foods are involved as investigations progress. If a specific product gets named, follow that guidance immediately. Let me leave you with this. The goal isn't to fear your food. Fresh fruits and vegetables are some of the best things you can eat for a long, healthy life. The goal is to be the informed one, the person who knows the warning signs, asks the right questions, and gets help early instead of suffering for weeks. This is general education, not medical advice. If you're sick, please see your own doctor. If this helped you, do one thing. Share it with a friend who loves their salads. And subscribe so you never miss the next health alert that actually affects your life. Tell me in the comments, did you know washing doesn't remove this parasite? I read every reply. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one.